whenever you're ready.
We bought a 50-foot fishing trawler named Tweed River. My partner Gus swapped a 94 Corvette and 10 grand for it. It was a song for a lifestyle and a dream. I'm surprised how much I love it. He was always going to love it. It was moored in Yamba when we bought it, and we were travelling down from Bangalow every weekend to stay on it. I had never spent much time on boats. Staying on Tweed River, on the fishing trawler side of the marina, opened my eyes to a subculture of men that I hardly knew existed. It also provided a constantly moving theatre of wind talk on water and silk flags blushing the sky. Early morning and later in the afternoon is when there is more movement around the marina, at least on the fishing boat side. Checking, deciding, fixing and looking. It feels like a man's world, yet the boats have the look of a woman. Sleek and strong, lovely, curvy and round. The men gather and the women wait. These women boats are the ticket to the release of men, for men cannot fish on their own. The men will love them, hate them, care for them or not, but ultimately they have to nurture them and pay attention. Otherwise the boats will fail and sink to the bottom, taking the men with them. Over the weeks spent in Yamba, we met local fishermen, or sea dogs more likely. Jack visits in his new flat-bottomed aluminium 6-metre boat, a working boat. He pulls up docking beside us, hanging on to the ropes with one hand and balancing on aging thighs and sun-withered feet that cling to thongs in the bottom of his tinny, and raises a beer in the other. The white flash of false teeth in his ever-ready smile, full of stories and laughs, deals and bullshit, he suddenly speeds away, fanging up the channel, cap on backwards, creating waves, hand lifted in salute. He's 72 years old. Jack knows the previous owner of Tweed River. "It's a bloody bargain you've got." "I know. He spent a bloody fortune on it," he's said on more than one occasion. Jack ended up buying the Corvette for a steal. Now he's trying to sell it himself. We want to turn the boat into a weekender. Waterfront views and a cruisy lifestyle. So we need to sell the fishing gear off the boat. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone is an expert, which means everyone wants a piece of gear for cheap. The wheeler and dealer of Fisherman Mick turned up last night smelling strongly of laundry powder and soap. Mullet hairdo, 2 days beard growth that stopped at his Adam's apple, which was the colour of sump oil. Small in stature, nuggety, destroyed knuckles, blue faded bricky singlet and shorts to match. His only saving grace was his piercing blue eyes framed by long black lashes, and an easy smile. He was charming and polite with the women, but he was a fucking man's man with fuck his favourite word. Will he buy the fishing gear that we don't want? A horse trader, husband, father, gossip, larrikin, name dropper and arch enemy, so Jack said. We hired Charlie, a skipper, to sail the boat up from Yamba to Ballina. We needed it closer to home. Gus and Charlie left on a Wednesday afternoon. There was a running swell and a stiff breeze. I waited at the Ballina bar to take photos of Tweed River majestically sailing in, but they never arrived. I waited. Night fell, and still no sign of them. Gus finally phones. He's almost out of battery. He can see the lights of Ballina. They'll be docking in 40 minutes. With relief, I buy a coffee from McDonald's and head over to the marina, where we have a spot ready. I wait at the berth. I hear the sweet note of the Detroit diesel motor. They're almost here. I wait. I can see the running lights. Gus phones. The boat won't go into forward gear. They're stuck in the channel and will have to get a tow in the morning from one of the fishing trawlers. My nerves are shot. I drive home thankful that they are in the river and not out to sea. Tweed River finally makes it to the marina safely, needing maintenance on the gearbox. The Ballina fishermen and their women boats are the same but different to Yamba. They leave on bright dusk, elegant, motoring gently, leaving together and coming together in the early morning, U-turning into their spot. They sit low in the water, prawns are running. The promise of sun turns water into shadows and reflections of molten desert landscapes. The fishermen shout to those waiting on the shore, but never to each other. They would save each other's lives, but hate each other's guts. Glossy paint catches the reluctant morning sun. Hoses funnel salt water onto decks and fish holds. 2 boats are missing from the lineup, canary yellow and mid-sky blue. A little breeze has picked up to run its hand across the glassy desertscape.